Let's talk about 9/11, since today is 9/11. At what point did you come out, when you came out and you talked about what you thought was taking place with 9/11, who was really behind the 9/11 with what you've studied over the years and what you've spoken about?
I don't know who's behind it. I got up at 6 a.m. like I used to.
Okay.
I still do. And at like 8 o'clock in the morning, oh my God, a plane crashed in. Oh my God, it's a terror attack. And I went on the air because I was on a syndicated network and I covered it. And then I was during breaks listening to local news, watching local news. And they're like, yeah, bombs in the buildings. And then I went to get a pizza at like 4 o'clock. And they're saying on CBS radio, bombs in Building 7. They're going to blow it up for everybody's safety. So I go on there and I say, I just heard CBS radio news, back when they still had it, 18 years ago or 7 years ago. And I go, they just said that Solomon Brothers building was blown up by bombs. And I got attacked in the newspaper for it. And it wasn't for 5 years that they uploaded the CBS, the Fox, the CNN, full day. And it was CNN, BBC, CBS, all saying, Solomon Brothers building, BBC, bombs have been placed to take it down to not damage local buildings. Watch the detonation. And everybody was like, whoa, Jones said that because they made a big deal out of it. I don't know who blew it up. I don't know. I went a mile to get a pizza at like 4 o'clock. And I'm getting the pizza and I'm in the car eating it, driving home. And they're saying, Solomon Brothers building, Building 7, controlled demolition, so it won't damage local buildings. And I go on here and I go, they're blowing up Building 7, and I'm attacked in papers the next day. And then now I've got BBC on 3 channels, ABC, CBS, all saying it. And they go, well, conspiracy theory, what happened? I don't know. They said they blew it up. I heard it, and now we have tapes. And they go, did the firefighters blow it up? No. They go, well, the police did? No, I don't know what happened. But I can sit there and play you CBS, ABC, CNN, 2 BBC channels saying they're going to blow up Building 7 in a controlled demolition to save local buildings. And they call me a conspiracy theorist. I was shoving cheese and pepperoni pizza in my mouth listening to it. And the goddamn tape is public. And then I'm the bad guy? I just heard them say on CBS radio, they're going to blow up Building 7. And for 5 years, it wasn't public. And they suddenly released it all online. And anybody can go type in line, police say they're blowing up Building 7 or Building 7 to control. You will hear and see the newscast. What happened? I don't know. I'm asking you, what happened?
Till today, with all the research you've done, you don't know. You don't have any, you have some family that was in the military, that was in the government, that they worked in the government. So you've spoken to other CIA agents, DEA agents, some other people that are on the inside. From your perspective, you don't have any strong evidence that it was either somebody involved on the inside or not on the inside.
Here's the best thing we know. Dick Cheney wrote Rebuilding America's Defenses a year before 9/11. PNAC document, and it says we want a new Pearl Harbor that kills at least 3,000 people. It says this. And we want to use bioweapons to kill the Muslims. And back then, I was more of a liberal. I still don't want to kill the Muslims. And I'm like, holy hell. And only the Austin American Statesman picked it up. But that was in the Austin American Statesman. Dick Cheney says, we got race-specific weapons. And the problem is it'll kill 22% of whites and like 70% of blacks, because Arabs are a mix of the two. But we should be ready to release it. And I'm like reading this in the PNAC documents right after 9/11 happened. I hadn't read it before it happened. And they're talking about killing everybody, and they're talking about world government. And I mean, these are public stuff. You can read this. And I'm reading this, and they go, we need a Pearl Harbor, we need 3,000 dead to invade the Middle East. I don't know, man. They're writing documents saying do this attack, and then they're stand downs at NORAD. I don't know. All I said was they released NORAD footage and NORAD audio like 6 months after, where they're like, God, we've never seen a drill like this. Somebody took control of our screens, and we've got AIM-9s or whatever they call them. They've got Sidewinders being fired into planes in Flight 93. And then I talked to the general that was in charge of it, and he died 2 days after. And then I talked to the guy that was the head of emergency management, deputy head, and they killed him like a week after. And I'm just like, whoa, I'm interviewing generals and captains and deputy heads of emergency management, and they're all dying in the weeks I interview them. Like in the newspaper, they're dead. And you ask why I'm alive. I don't know, man. That's what I'm telling you is nobody's got a pay grade this high. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is that
Nobody's got a pay grade this high to know exactly what happened?
I don't know what happened. All I know is we have footage of police saying, get back, they're going to blow it up. And I talked to the cops that were there on the tape, and they go, yeah, it was the Red Cross. And they say, we're going to blow up Building 7, get back. We're going to blow up Building 6. And they had a countdown on tape, and then it blows up. I mean, this is on TV. And so people then go, well, who did it, Jones? Tell us. I don't know. There's people on tape doing countdowns for buildings being blown up. I don't know.
Did you watch Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore? What was the initial reaction with it? Did it cause any other conspiracies or any questions? Did you second guess anything? Did you question anything yourself?
I mean, I knew everything in the film. Like, they're flying Saudi Arabians out the day after 9/11. It was kind of like Bush knew and let it happen. It was kind of a whitewash of what I already knew. I mean,
so it didn't change any part of your opinion at all?
there were all these FBI agents saying they were ordered to stand down. And so I already knew all that. Like Fahrenheit 9/11 came out like a year later, or like 2003, 2 or 3 years later. It was right before the election.